Hello and welcome to an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at our first ever live DriveTribe event. We called it, its working title in-house has been Gathering of the Tribes, or at least that's what I've called it, because that's what it feels like. This is the first time after many years of knowing you, of working with you, of hearing from you, we've chosen to make it real, physical. Let's get together, let's bring the cars, bring the people. And that's exactly what we've done. So far, well, it's only 10 to 11, we've only been open 50 minutes. But it's feeling good. People gathered around the stage, we had a chat, and now everyone's dispersed to look at the cars, to see the names and faces they're familiar with. We've got go-karting going on over there. Ben Collins, the ex-Stig, came this morning and set a time on the track, which I thought was incredibly brave of him, because already I've seen a kid a third his size, fully kitted out in a race suit, that I suspect he's going to hunt down his time. And so far, I'm very pleased to report, it's got exactly the feeling we wanted, which is a physical gathering of a community that's existed for years, let's be honest, but actually coming here in person to meet. And it's not just meet me, Mike Fernie and the rest of the DriveTribe team. It's to meet each other. It's the first time I've stood around and watched DriveTriber talking to DriveTriber. And it's a really positive thing. Out here is a car park full of cars. There are some fabulous things out here, and probably the thing that pleases me most about the car park, what a range! I mean, literally everything from supercar to shopping car and all points in between, which is exactly what we wanted to see. So all in all, we're setting off on, will, I hope, be a fabulous, fun, welcoming, warm day for people to come together and celebrate the things they love, whether it's that or that. Cars. That's what we're all about here, cars and people. And, well, I'll let you know on the other side. Hopefully you'll join us for the next one.
Hello! Hello, DriveTribe! It is so cool to see you all here. YouTube is just kind of numbers on a screen, but to see you guys all here, see all your faces, is freaking awesome.
It's DriveTribe made real. We've wanted to do this for a very long time, and now we come to do it. I'm looking at it, and it's like we already know each other because we've been sharing content and comments and working together for so long. So I think this gathering of the tribe is long overdue.
You guys have all been in TV, and then you've all got different modes of social media. If you guys could go back into your career, whether they're long or have just started, and make one change, what would it have been? Ben, I'm going to start with you. If you could go back and change one thing that's happened in your career, which maybe would have taken you on a different trajectory, what would it have been?
I suppose there's lots, but there's one that I remember from racing because my main passion through most of my life has been to competition motorsport. The dream was to get to Formula One, which I failed to do. And so I ended up doing Le Mans 24 hours, which was amazing. Had great times with TV, but the missing out on F1 was quite annoying. And the one, I suppose, looking back in hindsight, being a wonderful thing, was when I was offered a drive in Formula 3000, and they were on the cusp of getting a sponsor, is what I was being told. And you had so many stories before. But I went to America instead, and they signed Coca-Cola, and Formula 3000 is a hugely expensive thing to do. They ended up with a budget to pay the drivers, and they won the championship. And that was Arden, which is now the guys that now are put into Red Bull Racing. So that could have been different.
That's quite enormous.
That's quite a good one, isn't it?
But instead I went to the US. I had a great time in the US.
Well, exactly.
But, racing on the ovals was incredible. And my teammate was Scott Dixon. So that was, something else. Incredibly fast. One of the fastest drivers of all time. And unbelievably, talking about, how time flies. Scott is still out there winning on road courses, street tracks and ovals. And so he's been doing it for 20 years now. It's crazy. So he's, he's full on. He's a Kiwi and he just won't give up. He's one of those real fighters, but extremely fast guy.
Very cool. Abby, you've had an astronomical rise, but is there anything you would change?
It's quite a short one, but no, I wouldn't change anything. Everything has just been as it is. And I think if there are any mistakes along the way, which there has been and will be in the future, it makes you who you are. I can't regret anything. I'm living my dream.
Very good answer. Richard, are you going to say the same thing?
I couldn't agree more with Abby than I do, actually. I don't, because what you're saying is there anything I'd change, that's like a regret. And I don't do regrets because you go forwards. You make the best of what you're given. I remember after a big dragster crash thing saying to my wife, let's make this a good thing. You deal with what you get. And if you change one little thing, you don't know where you're going to end up. If I went back into my career now, 35 years of it, and something went differently, I'd have made the best of wherever it went. I mean, I don't know, it wouldn't necessarily have succeeded. Who knows which other directions it could have gone in? It didn't. It went in this one, so live it.
So you would still have invested in DriveTribe?
Yeah, I mean, there's some mistakes, obviously. Of course there would. Look at us, we're all here. Yeah, I mean, starting DriveTribe was a fabulous adventure, and here we are.
Is there a primetime TV show or YouTube channel that you would love to have been part of or had been part of your career?
Every year I'm asked to do Strictly, and every year if my daughters misbehave, I tell them, carry on like that, and I will do it.
Have you been offered it?
Yeah.
Genuinely?
Go on then. You should do it.
Be ridiculous.
Can you imagine
Why don't you wanna do
you
it?
versus
Whoa,
James
come
on
on.
Strictly?
Not a chance.
That'd be unreal.
I think you'd be great.
Who's the best
me,
dancer?
If you see me doing that, and you might, it has all gone wrong.
Hands up how many people think he should do Strictly.
No, no.
Come on.
No!
Out of the three of you, who is the best ballroom dancer? Who's got the moves?
Can you imagine anything worse?
It would be epic.
It would be epic.
It would be good.
It's not happening.
It started here.
No, and finished. It started and finished just then.
I think most people probably ask you what the best car you've driven is or
Yes.
the worst car.
Yes.
What's the most mediocre car? The most middle of the ground, bog standard.
Oh, Koshkai. Squishy squashy, as I started calling it. I'm sorry, but you didn't buy it to stand out. You didn't buy it to make a statement. It's just some car. It's about 16 feet of car, and that's fine if that's what you needed.
If you had to drive one car for the rest of your life, what would you drive?
That's her voice, isn't it?
He meant that
Honestly,
question.
I didn't so much hear that as feel it. You have to drive one car. Whoa! Had to drive one car for the rest of my life. What would I drive? It would be, I'm going to be predictable, but probably it would be a Porsche 911. Because it's usable and unbreakable.
Without a roof?
I've,
Coming soon to the DriveTribe YouTube channel.
yeah, I've had a bit of a midlife crisis. We will feature it on DriveTribe at some point soon, and you can make up your own minds as long as you agree, and if you don't, I won't listen.
You've had a lot of journeys and stuff over the years. You've been doing this for a long time.
All right. Fairly long time, 3 decades.
You've got a lot of memories. You kept cars like Oliver, and you've talked about things like your crash.
Yeah.
Is there a particular memory over years, or a particular story that you look back on and think it was amazing?
There's millions, moment by moment, that's what it's been. I've been lucky because of the shows we've made, and actually, as has been borne out today, DriveTribe, it is as much about the people as the cars. Because, I mean, cars they've been my working life, and before that they were absolutely the theme of my childhood. But they are, without us, just metal. They don't do it, or plastic if they're TVRs. They don't do anything. So it's when people and car are combined, hopefully not at high speed, that they really become exciting and interesting. So that I've built an incredible vault of memories. Top Gear and Grand Tour and DriveTribe, they're all at their best when it's about interacting with the car. It's about the car, if it's a classic car, as a vault of memories, as a direct message from the past about the wants, concerns, needs, aspirations and limitations of its time, the aesthetic of its time. And the same for modern cars. They're people. Don't forget they're devices that move us physically. They therefore move us emotionally. They are of impossible importance. So I've spent my working life as a human being engaged with, I think, the most important machine we've ever made as human beings. So it's full of fun memories. We came into today, it was an experiment. It's something we've wanted to do for years, to actually get together. We've existed digitally for a long time. We've all existed together. You, me, him, all of us. And it's been brilliant. And we thought it was time to try. What's it like when we can actually look in each other's eyes? When we're not looking at the screen to gauge the response, we can hear directly. That was the point of the experiment today. And from that standpoint, I'd like to say, from our side, it's been a huge success. We're going to go home and learn everything we can from it because we want to do this again. We're going to do this again?
Absolutely. We're going to scale up as quickly as we can.
The good thing is you were here first. You were the founders of this. So congratulations to all of you for being part of the very first one of these. And it is not going to be the last. Apropos of what I was saying earlier, The passion I see in the eyes of everybody here for what it is that brought us here, which is cars and everything about them, the excitement, what they offer us, the ability to express something about yourself or just go like merry hell when you need to. That is not leaving us, it's not leaving humankind anytime soon. So we will continue to be part of it with you. So thank you for coming today, it's been great to see you. It does feel like a big family right now. And I can't wait to see you all at the next one. So, for now, massive round of applause to yourselves for being the founders of this, for being DriveTribers. DriveTribe, thank you. Thank you for having us. And we'll see you again very soon.